do less? Do you want to do less and attract and enroll more clients? That's what we're talking about today on this week's Give Voice to Your Vision. And I'm very excited to jump in. We're going to cover a lot of a recap of some of the conversations I've been having with my clients and the people that I've been talking to in today's world. Busy distractions. How do we gain momentum, gain traction? What are the tools and resources we need? What is the strategy we need? What is the approach to our business and sharing our message that will serve us best to make the biggest difference in the world, to make the income and the impact that we want to make? So the title of this week's Visibility Breakthrough Training technically is how to do less and attract and enroll more of your aligned clients, those folks that you are called to serve, that are raving fans and getting huge results with you. And we have also been running a contest for those of you who entered to win a Ready for Liftoff Jumpstart one-on-one visibility strategy session with me. We're going to draw names. We're going to draw 5 names because it's the season of giving. I'm going to draw 5 names, and I'm going to hop on the phone, the Zoom, with 5 winners who have taken the time, taken 5 minutes to fill out and take, excuse me, the Ready for Liftoff assessment. We're going to do that at the end of the training today. And this is an invitation that I've made to my email community, to the Facebook community. And you will see, if you are watching here live, a link in this post to that assessment. So while our contest is complete for this round, you can still take that assessment. And I highly, highly recommend that you do. This is about getting clear on what's working, what's not. Even going through the assessment is going to help you see where you can, I'm just moving my camera a little bit, where you can up-level your implementation strategy, your messaging, your visibility, what's working and what's not. And that's actually part of what we're going to talk about today in how do we do less and attract and enroll more clients. So I'm going to talk about 3 hidden pitfalls, detours that many transformation industry leaders can make. Anyone growing a business online can make these detours, these pitfalls, experience these pitfalls. So we're going to talk about what they are and how to navigate and manage them, hopefully go around them and still get the best benefit of the investments that you've made in growing your business and your practice, etc. We're also going to talk about the 3 timeless essentials, these don't change, that you need to grow your sustainable and thriving business. Now, remember, in my world, if your business is a creative act, your business is an act of creation, and we approach all business growth through that lens of creativity. And creativity comes with its own opportunities and pitfalls and detours as well. So they're tied together. But I'm going to share the three things. It doesn't change no matter what business you're in, no matter what the economy's doing, no matter how many pandemics you have to live through, no matter what. These 3 things are always required and always accelerators for your business. Okay. And then I'm going to close today with this. How do we tie these 2 things, the pitfalls that happen, the timeless essentials that I'm going to share? How do we tie those things together so that you can actually do less and attract and enroll more clients? One of the things I had this, we created this training because I was talking to a client, Lorraine, and she was on one of our accelerator calls, and I said, what kind of support do you need? And she said, can you teach me how to turn 24 hours into 48 hours? And I said, yes, I can. And the short answer was do less. But then how do we prioritize? How do we do that? So that's why we're starting with these hidden pitfalls. They're hidden because we're all busy. We're bombarded with opportunities and people telling us what we should do, have to do, could do. And so it can be overwhelming. And just right off the bat, the first step of transformation is awareness, right? If you're navigating too many things and going in too many different directions, we have to go, oh, that's happening, right? And then the second step is acceptance. which doesn't mean accepting that it's going to be hard, accepting that it's going to be overwhelming. It means accepting where you are, surrendering to the moment, and accepting that that distraction is taking you off course, right? So accepting responsibility, response ability. You get to choose. That's one of the great parts about being an entrepreneur and growing your own business, and one of the most challenging, because the more choices we have, the more stress, right? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in this training today. If you're here, would love to, I'm going to hop over and see if I can see comments. Say hello. Hey, Ida, so good to see you. If you're not letting StreamYard know who you are, you can type your name in the comments. That helps me to see who's here. And if you have questions, please let me know in the chat, and I will come back. If I'm on 3 platforms, so if I don't see you right away, I'll come back to you, or you're always welcome to message me. Really important, really powerful, really helpful to me, tells the algorithm that you are getting benefit, and also helps more people potentially get benefit too. If you share takeaways, you can say hashtag takeaway, and then just anything that's valuable to you, type that in the comments. It's going to help more people benefit and help me reach more people. So thank you. All right. So 3 hidden pitfalls, 3 timeless essentials. How do they go together to help you do less and attract and enroll more clients? That's what we're talking about today. Welcome at the end of our call. I see more people jumping on at the end of our call. At the end of this live, I'm going to draw 5 names, 5 people who have filled out the Ready for Liftoff assessment already before the deadline last night at midnight Pacific. We're going to draw 5 winners to have a one-on-one Ready for Liftoff jumpstart. However, if you have not filled that out yet, it is still available. It is available in the text under this video, wherever you're watching. And I highly, highly recommend that you do this assessment right now. It's a powerful time of year. We always up-level it and share it at this time of year as we're getting ready to end. You can still accelerate your revenue and impact before the end of the year and be in a whole new place in relationship to business growth and impact in 2022. And if you do that assessment and you want to have a conversation or reach out or need support, we're here. We want to have that conversation. No strings, no pressure. We just want to help you get your message out there and grow your business. Yes, we have ways that you can work with us. If though you want to hear about them, we'll tell you them. But our goal is to get you into implementation, inspired. Remember, inspiration is something you receive. We have to be ready and open to receive. We have to be listening. We have to allow some breathing room in order to do that. You receive inspiration. Okay, so we want to support you, right? We want to support you. That's the one thing I'll tell you right now. And we're going to jump into this first hidden pitfall that I'm seeing, I'm hearing it again and again. And the clients in our accelerator are getting results because of this implementation piece. So the first hidden pitfall that I'm going to share with you is the perpetual program purchases. My light gets better the closer I get to my camera. The perpetual program purchases, thinking I'm going to invest in this $1,000 program here and this $2,000 program here and this little $22.97 program here, and then I'm going to grab all these little pieces and then I'll be ready to actually have more clients and make more sales. Or people will be able to find me, and so it's just going to somehow mysteriously happen, right? And we're sold a lot of, that we just need this one thing. Really good marketers are good at saying, with this thing, you're going to have all the ease and clients and stuff you want. No fault to them. Maybe that's true for them, and their clients probably are getting great results. But if we're looking around for this program to do it and that program to do it and a little bit here and a little bit there, plus there's tons of free content, right? I call it the freebie mentoring plan. If you're basing your business growth, which we're going to talk about what that really is, right, on this piecemeal grabbing a lot of different things and not having implementation support, mentoring support, a place to go answer the questions, somebody, a team, a community that knows your track, knows where you're headed, and helps you hone in on the goal, chances are you're going to be pulled in a bunch of different directions. And yes, absolutely, Ida. So one thing that I'm seeing is when we join up, and I have done this, and I have received huge benefit from being in a program that had 300 other people in it. but it was a little bit harder for me to raise my hand, a little bit harder for me to get clear on what questions should I be asking. And so if you're in the perpetual program purchase and you're trying to grow this business with these little bits and pieces, it's very likely that you're getting pulled in a bunch of different directions. You end up with the shelf help programs that you never finish or complete or go all the way through. And honestly, you probably needed more support. Roger, yes, stay the course. Everything will be revealed. And most of us right now, especially, this has probably always been true, but with the onslaught of virtual living and opportunity, we are more distracted and pulled in more directions than ever. So now is a time where I am seeing the folks who are getting the results that they want are having implementation support. Okay, and we're going to talk more about that. So the first hidden pitfall is the perpetual program purchases. All right, this little bit, this little bit, this little bit, right? That leads to the second hidden pitfall, which is what I call scattershot visibility. I need to be visible on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube and all these different places. And it's great to have more visibility. But if you're just being visible for visibility's sake and being visible on all these platforms, and you're kind of a one-man show, or maybe a one-man and a team, one man and a VA show, you can spend all your time being visible and still not have any clients. I know because I've done it. All right. I know because I've done it. And so scattershot visibility, where I'm just going to get myself out there, and I go out there and I'm in all these different places without it leading to what we're going to talk about, those timeless essentials, then I can get exhausted. I can get burnt out. I can feel like everything I'm doing isn't working. I can feel like nobody wants me. Everybody hates me. Guess I'll go eat worms, especially if it feels vulnerable to be visible in the first place. So building your visibility is a practice, like yoga, like meditation, like journaling, and it's a muscle that you build. So a little bit of scattershot visibility is great to get out there, but then what? All right, then what? And if you're trying to be visible everywhere, I'm doing podcasts and speaking and giveaways and all these things, but you're in a whole bunch of different directions, nobody will hear you. And you'll be very, 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 very busy thinking you're doing everything you can, or at least I was, and you won't be getting the results that you want. So hidden pitfall number one, perpetual program purchases without that cohesive strategy. How are we going to put it together and implement? And scattershot visibility, number two, being visible everywhere, but not having it lead anywhere, feeling like you can't break through the noise, even though you're busy, busy, busy. And the third pitfall is really sneaky. It's waiting. Waiting till it's ready. Waiting till it's good enough. Waiting until your website's ready, waiting until you build the mysterious, magical six-figure funnel that's going to somehow just put your business on autopilot. Okay, I don't know anyone who's been able to do that without the 3 timeless essentials that we're going to do next. No matter what the very smart digital marketers tell you, building an automated funnel is a process and a journey, and it can be elusive, okay, and it can also be expensive, okay. So hidden pitfall number one, perpetual program purchases. Lots of little programs, no cohesive way to put them together, and probably not enough implementation support. Being one in 100 or 1,000 or 500 people versus having a community and some implementation support, people who know where you are, know where you're going, know what you want to do, how to get there, and can help you focus. And when you have that implementation support, you then can leverage every other little piecemeal program that you bought, right? Because you can actually say, what is most aligned? What's going to reach the people that I want to reach, and how can I do it strategically? How can I implement in one direction? Okay, so top 3 hidden pitfalls: perpetual program purchases, scattershot visibility, and waiting until anything. With the 3 timeless essentials that I'm going to share right now, you don't have to wait. You don't have to get your website ready. You don't have to have your whole social media plans scheduled and decided. You don't even have to know all your messaging forever. You don't have to even feel confident. You don't even have to feel sure what works, because part of the way we figure out what works, this is my confidence and clarity formula, is that we implement. We put it out there and we see what happens, all right? And so confidence and clarity are courage plus action times repetition equals confidence and clarity. You are ready, Roger. You are ready. You're more than ready. I already know your offer. You were at our What to Say event. We're already talking with you. You're ready, right? So these timeless essentials are going to blow your mind. And they may be a little bit like, oh crap. They may be a little bit of a reality check for some of you. So 3 hidden pitfalls: perpetual program purchases, piecemeal programs, all a bunch of little things out there everywhere, no cohesive plan or methodology or support to put them together. Scattershot visibility. I'm visible, but I don't have any clients, or nobody can hear me, or it's not working. And waiting until I'm ready, waiting until I'm clear, waiting until it's good enough, waiting until the website's done, waiting until I have a funnel, waiting until I have a client to get a client. Wait, what? Waiting. You do not need to wait. Love Hugh Laurie's quote. You can search it about waiting, right? We have Gerda and W.H. Murray, these quotes about until one is committed, there's a hesitancy, a chance to draw back, right? So action, inspired action. So not push, but that inspired, guided action is the secret to clarity, confidence, and conversion, right? The word client signing up. So 3 timeless essentials. We're going to move quickly through this. I've done specific trainings on each of these, and we will continue to do more because I am on fire to get you enrolling people right now this year, more clients, so that you can step in and answer this hue and cry that is happening in the world, where people are hungry for transformation. Okay, we are hungry for it. It's part of why it feels so loud in the world. And that's an opportunity for you to step up to serve the people you're called to serve right now. Okay, so timeless essentials. No matter what kind of a coach, product, service, no matter what kind of a business you're growing, whether it's direct network marketing or coaching and consulting or healing, these 3 things have to happen in order for you to have a sustainable, thriving business. And they have to happen in order for you to make bigger impact. So a lot of times, especially in the transformation space, we're called to help. We just want to help people. We want to serve. And we don't tie that to these things. But the more you have these things in place, these 3 things that I'm about to share with you in place, the more impact, uplifting, serving you're going to be able to do. And without them, you're going to be on that hamster wheel, run and feeling like you're doing everything and you don't have enough time and you got to do it all. And you're burning out, or you're frustrated, or you're disappointed because you're not getting traction with what you want to do, right? So the timeless essentials. Ready? Write this down. If you're here for the replay, let us know that too. Please come back. Type in these your takeaways and comments as you go. I love Roger's takeaway about stay the course. Everything will be revealed. I think I can do this. Can I do this? Look, Roger, stay the course. Everything will be revealed. Stay the course and have support implementing, right? And Ida loves the shelf help program, right? Those programs that are sitting in our folders and the freebies. I have a whole folders full of them, and I refer to them. I've implemented a lot of them too, but because I had support, right? And so 3 things, timeless essentials. You always need all of these things, and they may not be what you think. They may be a little raw. They may be, I'm excited, on the raw and ragged edge. So the first thing is an offer. That's why we run the Inspired Offers Challenge. If you want us to run that challenge again, if you haven't done it for a little while, let me know. We're creating our 2022 plan as we speak. So the Inspired Offers, you need to have an offer. Now, yes, there are lots of philosophies about creating an offer. Here's one of the things I see happen all the time, and I did it myself. I created an offer, I put it out there, I didn't get very much response, and so then I created something different. Okay? Honestly, that is a mistake, and I learned that the hard way. You really only need one offer. Now it's good business. It makes sense to have a 3-tiered offer. So something low, something middle, something high. We're not going to do a whole offer training, but this is having an offer is almost always the reason not having an offer or not leading to an offer, being willing to invite is almost always the reason people feel like I'm being visible, but I don't have any clients, because they're not leading people to those conversations. Your offer is a next step in a conversation, but you got to know what it is and where it is, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Mostly getting that high converting offer is a combination of putting it out there and sharing it, talking to people, talking to your ideal clients, hearing what they're looking for, learning, like we did at the What to Say workshop, how to build a bridge between what you want to share and what the people are looking for, right? And it's our job as the messengers, the owners, the business owners, to build a bridge so they can see what we can help them do. And that's where we get hung up. Most of us in the transformation space know our own transformation, so we can forget where our clients are. So I'm going off into Offerland. We will do more trainings on that. We have done more in this group, in the Facebook group, and the Power Up Your Presence group. If you're in there, you can hunt through some of the videos. We're getting ready to clean those up and organize them for you, and some of them are coming down. So timeless essentials. You must have an offer, and you must be willing to make it. If you're willing to make an offer and you have the courage to pick up the phone, send a quick message, write some emails, and tell people about it, you'll get a client, right? And that's the kind of support that's worth investing in all day long versus, oh, I'm going to buy a podcasting program, or I'm going to buy a website building program. Both brilliant, amazing tools. I have colleagues who teach those things, and I promote and support them because they're awesome. But if you don't have an offer, they're a distraction. If you're not making an offer, if you're not leading in your marketing and messaging toward those things, they can be a distraction. So timeless essentials, you got to have an offer and you got to be willing to make it. You could have a couple offers, but I always say your marketing and your messaging wants to lead to one thing at a time. Okay. And when you have an offer, you need someone to make it to, right? And those are your leads, right? So your marketing and your messaging and your visibility is helping people to raise their hand and say, I like that. Oh, that's for me. That was helpful. That was valuable. That was inspiring. And then also leads them to, do you want to have a conversation, right? So you have to have an offer, right? You really only need one. And you have to have leads, people to talk to you about that offer. And that's what your visibility is for. You're getting visible so people can hear about you, what you do, what you're here to share, how you help. Okay. And then the third timeless essential, right? When you have leads, people who are listening and picking up and you can reach out to, right? And you have an offer, so you know where you're leading them and how you serve, and you've got some languaging around that offer, around how you can help them that they can hear. And then you got to have sales, right? You got to have people signing up. And when you don't, and that's with, I'll tell you the one thread that weaves through all of the pitfalls that we've talked about and all of these timeless essentials, the offer, the leads, and the sales, is fear and vulnerability. We have people joining my Power Up Your Presence group all the time. And one of the biggest things they share, even the folks who have filled out the Ready for Liftoff assessment, they know that they're afraid. They don't want to bother people. They don't want to be too annoying, pushy, salesy. They're not sure how to do it. And that is what you want to invest in. Those, how do I get leads? How do I have my visibility lead people toward me? How do I reach out to people? How do I follow up? How do I make invitations? And how do I close those sales? That's the thing that's going to actually help you break through the noise and make more difference, because then you're working with clients. People have invested in themselves to have that solution. Then you have testimonials, and then you have more confidence yourself, right? So hidden pitfalls. Perpetual program purchases, scattershot visibility, being visible everywhere, not having it lead anywhere, right? And waiting until it's ready, waiting until it's good enough. And the three timeless essentials that you must have in order to have impact and income. The more income you make, the more support you can have, the more your business can be sustaining you instead of you trying to get it going, and the bigger difference you're going to make in the world, right? This timeless essentials, Ida has shared them with us. I'm going to post them up here, right? Have an offer, have leads, people to make that offer to, and enroll them in your stuff, right? Have them sign up, have people saying yes. And that is your business in a nutshell, every business in a nutshell. And it's the thing that even I have skirted around in the past talking about, okay? So you don't need another tactic, strategy, or tool as much as you need implementation support and having these three essentials working in your business. Okay, as they started to work in my business, I went from 6 figures to multiple 6 figures, right? That's where the reliable income started to happen, and that's when I started to have enough revenue to have a little bit of support so that I could focus on the things I'm good at, like doing these lives and talking to you and teaching. Yeah. Okay, we have the how to do less is all that's left in this training, in this week's training, and then we will do our RFLO drawing. All right, we're going to pick 5 people. Excuse me, I don't have any water up here. I got excited and jumped on. We're going to pick 5 people to have that one-on-one ready for liftoff, jump start, laser focus session with me. All right, can't wait for that. So how to do less. Believe it or not, Ida's just taking notes. Look at her go. Our 3 pitfalls: perpetual program purchases, scattershot visibility, and waiting and waiting and waiting, right? Our timeless essentials: offers, leads, sales. Yeah. Really good. Thank you, Ida, for jumping in and sharing those takeaways. And so what's left is how do we do less? Okay, believe it or not, when you have an offer and you've dialed it in and you stay committed to it, people struggle with things like picking a niche, who's it for? And we work on this so much in the What to Say event, and I have some whole trainings on that here in the group, in my Power Up Your Presence group. I know some of you are watching on YouTube and some of you are watching on the Facebook business page, and then you're invited to join the Power Up Your Presence group. This is where we shared the contest and so on. Is to have a way to tie it all together and to have some support and some implementation structures. What do I do, right? I know I need an offer and I need to have some leads and I need to have some sales. So what do I do today, right? It can be very easy to work on your website or your emails or work behind the scenes getting ready for your business instead of out there running your business, okay? So the simpler approach is powerful. There is technology. It is beautiful, sacred, amazing, and can be highly frustrating and time consuming as well, right? So you don't need fancy technology in order to help people and make money. My first online business coach told me all you need to be a coach is a phone and a way to take money, take payments, right? That was before Zoom. Now I highly recommend Zoom because the video conferencing is so connecting, right? We can connect and talk to people all over the world. So you can have a simple approach. This is what we talk about in my Visibility Success Academy. The bones of your simplified approach is pick one primary platform, no more than 3 platforms, but pick one social media platform for sure and nurture it and be committed and show up there, right? We want to find the most aligned platforms, aligned with us, easy to use. We like being there, and we know that people in our audience are there, right? And I believe in this day and age, in the world we are in now, we really have to have email. Email is something we own. So I consider that one of your visibility platforms. And it can be that simple when you're ready, willing, and able to do some direct outreach, to talk to people, and you have a way to have your marketing and your message and the flow of what you're doing lead people to a conversation, right? So you can simplify your approach is how you do less, right? And you narrow your focus so that you're not trying to be everywhere in scattershot visibility land, but you're narrowing your focus. I'm going to do this many emails, a newsletter, value add. I'm going to lead to this one thing. I'm going to be active on this primary social media platform, and I'm going to follow up and talk to people, right? That's it. Okay, so simplify your approach. Let the programs, the perpetually purchased programs, use the pieces that you need. And this is where having implementation support is so powerful and important. You can design and balance the ideas that you have or what you're doing. Just being honest with yourself about what are you doing all day. I still have to have a come to Jesus once a day. love Jesus, not really a particularly Jesus person, but that's good. Love Jesus. I have to get honest with myself about what have I spent the day doing. And if I have reached out to amazing people that I love to connect with, past clients, people who are in my Facebook group, people who have reached out to me to talk to me about working together, JV partners, then that's the most important thing I can do in a day, right? I try and reach out to 10 to 20 people a day just to stay in service to, right? In service to. So to do less, you simplify your approach. You don't need to be everywhere. You want to pick the platforms that you're most aligned with, confident on, and be steady there, be consistent there. Consistency is the algorithm's friend. And it also helps you get confident. It also helps you put stuff out there so you can see what's working and what isn't working. And then you can tweak and improve. If you're just like, oh, I'll put something here. Well, that didn't work. Oh, I'll put something there. Well, that didn't work. You'll never know what didn't work and how to make it better, right? And then having mentorship and a community to help you sift and sort your priorities again and again. This is where I see people getting real traction, myself included. And then the last way to do less is to streamline a system. Okay, so you can streamline your system, which means you can repurpose your content, repost your content, and repeat your content. When you have one main offer, your content can be used again and again. And that's how you can start to expand beyond other platforms. So quick recap, those hidden pitfalls, Ida typed them out for us. I'm going to show you what she said. Perpetual program purchases, scattershot visibility, waiting. Wait, the waiting is the hardest part. Was that Tom Petty? And timeless essentials. These are going to grow your business no matter what. They always work. Know your offer. Lead to your offer, right? You got to have an offer and have someone to make it to, right? Who is your audience? Who are you talking to? Building, showing up, leading by example, teaching, training, serving. Yeah? Consistent visibility is how you get leads, okay? And then you have to have people saying yes, which means you need to make the offer, right? And ideally, when that's the next natural step in a conversation, it can become your favorite part, the most exciting part, because that's where people are stepping in to their transformation to say yes and actually get those results with you. It can be just as easy as an extension of your message and the work that you're here to do. Okay, it's an essential part of the work you're here to do. If you want to have that thriving business and move from the hustle and bustle churning thing from the first 50K to 75K. We did a whole 100K reality check at the What to Say event because there's a lot of moving parts to get there, and we want to help you kind of skip the problems, skip the hustle and the hassle, and move into that more ease, more alignment. And to do that, offers, leads, sales, right? The more revenue you have, then you can add on more moving parts or more team support, which means you're going to be able to help and reach and serve more people, right? So that is our training. How do you do less? Simplify your approach. Focus on your top 3 platforms. Narrow your focus, leading to that one offer in particular. At least in your marketing message, you're going to meet the people you talk to where they are and provide them the best thing for them for another training. And then have a system and streamline that system so that one piece of content works in many different ways to get your message out there and generate leads, right? So a lot of times in the transformation space, we don't want to talk about things like offers, leads, and sales, but they are sacred, beautiful, essential parts of your business. So that is the training that I had for you today. And remember, we had folks filling out the Ready for Liftoff assessment. I'll tell you, some folks come back and fill it out once or twice a year because it's a real reality check on where you're at and how you might have gotten distracted, because that's just the nature of the beast. We're going to get distracted. All right. You're so welcome, Ida. And so I'm going to draw 5 names from the people who filled out the Ready for Liftoff assessment in the last week for before our deadline, and we're going to gift you a visibility power up jumpstart with me. And the first person whose name I have drawn on this scratch paper, ooh, it's from our event, is, can you see? Not really. Maura Shepherd. Woohoo! Yay! We will be sending an email to you as well, and a link for you to get scheduled with me. Or we'll just reach out. Megan will just reach out and put you on my calendar. So yay, Maura! I could type it in. Can't post some comments. I'm going to do it later because I'm using StreamYard and I get confused with technology. All right, number 2 out of the bin is, can you see it? Kathy Knight. There it is. Yay, Kathy. She is going to receive a Ready for Liftoff Jumpstart with me. And another one. I cleared time to do these. I'm very excited. All right. And our third winner is Brianna Hosek. Yay. Congratulations. Remember, even if you didn't enter in time to win this prize, you can still access the assessment. It's here in the video that you're watching, the link to that assessment. It's super powerful, and you can always reach out to the team or I for more support. Let's see if we can get Hope Magaga. I love that name. Is our 4th winner, and we have one more. Let's see. Who's it going to be? Yay. Oh, we were just messengering. Look at that. Yay. It is Guinevere. She's never heard that song. Had green eyes like yours, lady like yours. I don't know if this Guinevere has green eyes, but Guinevere White is our 5th winner. Congratulations to those of you who entered and took the time, mostly to take the time to invest in yourself and getting clear on what will move you forward. And for winning this prize. Again, if you haven't filled it out, if you're not sure what your priorities are and you want to talk to us, we can set up a quick call with Megan on my team to find out how to give you more support for sure. And we're in it. This is the season of giving. So this is the first of our give backs to you as a member of my community. And one of the most radical actions you can take on behalf of you, your message, the people you are here to serve, because there are people looking for just what you're bringing, just the way you bring it. I guarantee it. I lost my train of thought there. The best thing you can do for your message, your community, your business is to thrive. And how do we do that? We have an offer, we have leads, and we make sales, right? Your thriving business is huge impact. Your visibility, your marketing, and your messaging is simply you sharing your message in a way that people will get it and that will come take those steps toward you. All right. So always feel free to messenger me if you have a specific question, especially if you're in the Power Up Your Presence group. If you have a particular training, roadblock, something that's going to help you move forward, shoot me a message. We have inside the Power Up Your Presence group, we also have a poll in the featured announcements where you can let me know. I almost always review that before these trainings. And we are here doing these weekly trainings right through mid-December. And we have some more opportunities and gifts for you between now and then. Again, if you watch the replay, share your takeaways, hashtag replay, hashtag takeaway, so more people will benefit. And I will look forward to seeing our winners in our sessions early next week. All right, bye guys.